The social media platform is accused of using technology that experts say can harm the mental health of America's youth.
Commissioner of the FCC is calling for the U.S. government to formally ban TikTok.
We're looking at TikTok. We may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things. There are a couple of options.
All TikTok is doing is taking away the precious time of an entire generation, and they're not even aware of how harmful of an impact it's having on them. For those of you who don't know what TikTok is, it's a content creation app. Speaking of content, the best type of content out there is evergreen content. For those of you who don't know what evergreen content is, well, it's the most desirable form of viewership that involves the video of the creator embedded in an algorithm. But when we're to take TikTok into consideration, the video content that is made here falls off the algorithm as fast as it spikes. And as soon as the video falls off the algorithm, the creator is looking to spike the viewership of their next video. What tough competition TikTok poses. Back in the day, life was much simpler as the internet was only used for research and military purposes during the time of the Cold War. But after that, things changed in the 1980s. The TCP/IP was launched during this time, and that gave computers used by people the ability to communicate across different networks. This was just the beginning, and was paving a path to the modern internet era that we have at the moment. Right now, the internet is detrimental to our livelihood, may it be for entertainment purposes or for commercial purposes. Speaking of entertainment, we have plenty of social media platforms out there today, but a few years back, all we had were apps like 6 Degrees and Friendster. Only later on did we get bigger apps like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and much more. As of 2021, there are around 4.1 billion social media users out of the 4.6 billion internet users that we have. The users have been calculated to have a daily average of 2 hours spent on social media. This means that if a person was to have access to social media for 5.5 decades, 6 years out of it would be spent on social media. This is how integrated our lives have become with social media. As per the statistics of 2022, people spend 95 minutes or 1.5 hours on TikTok on a daily basis, which is clearly more than the time we spend eating and drinking. Let us take a step back from talking about the users and take a look at research on a feature of TikTok, the hashtag, that a bunch of researchers conducted in Denmark. If a topic is trending in the top 50, it's considered quite great, and the topic is usually backed up by a catchy hashtag. But the more important question is how long it actually lasts in that spot. On observation, it was noticed that the longevity of the hashtag decreased from 7.5 hours to 11.9 hours over the years it was calculated. This research was conducted over a span of 4 years between 2013 and 2017. Since the hashtag is a major part of the TikTok algorithm, this data was quite helpful to the TikTok users who were trying to understand the algorithm better. A more concerning issue about the use of TikTok is that it has a massive effect on the attention span of its users. This in turn has an effect on one's academic performance as well as communication levels too. This could even lead to relationship issues and could even deteriorate one's health due to neglecting it. This platform is affecting millions and millions of people, and this is quite concerning as they are the future of this race. If these effects continue to prevail, creativity and real advancement may be stalled or not be as progressive as it was in the past. Another research was conducted by researchers at Curtin University in 2021, where they proved that those individuals who have a lower attention span are more likely to be exposed to mental health issues. The low attention span in these cases would be caused due to high exposure to social media, due to which they may even get emotionally manipulated. This means that they would try to achieve unattainable goals, and when this is not reached, it would cause their anxiety levels to rise. Ever since social media has become a detrimental part of people's lives, everyone is looking for validation through social media. Due to this reason, they've changed their lifestyle and are constantly caught in the rat race. Furthermore, they're often left to compare with each other that leads them to fall into depressive episodes and anxiety. This is not only happening to the adults, but to a large part of the youth as well. Kids as young as 8 to 10 years of age who are being exposed to the platform are also facing such inferiority complex issues. This has taken a toll on their self-esteem and confidence levels. TikTok is one platform that is highly influential, and most of the content that it produces targets the youth. This in turn affects their behavior, and this is not good. A good example to prove this point can be demonstrated from the research that was conducted in 2021 that was related to tics. According to this medical research, during the course of the pandemic, there were quite a few females who suffered from tics. They displayed their tics on TikTok, and it became a fully blown-out trend. There have been plenty of such toxic trends, such as the rapid digestion trend, making the rounds on TikTok too. Another famous toxic trend that made its round on the platform was the skull breaker challenge. This went viral in no time, though it was quite dangerous. In this challenge, 3 individuals would stand in front of the camera, out of which 2 of them won't jump while the 3rd will. The other 2 individuals who are standing beside this person jumping kick the bottom part of the person's foot who's jumping. This results in the person falling on the floor, injuring his or her back and head in the process. Multiple teens participated in this challenge, and several injuries were witnessed across the USA. In fact, it even reached a point where 2 teenagers in Daytona Beach were charged with cyberbullying and misdemeanor due to one of their friends getting injured during the challenge. This trend was so dangerous that another hashtag started trending on TikTok, and that was #StopSkullBreakerChallenge. TikTok had to intervene for safety reasons and issued a statement where they advised all TikTok users not to participate in such hazardous challenges. Though these trends may be quite dangerous, these trends along with a few more other trends have led TikTok to surpass Google in terms of the most visited domain as of December 2021. The worst part about these trends is that the kids who are exposed to them, which form the majority of the target audience, are negatively influenced by them. TikTok has more than 1 billion users from all across the world, and even though it's a global platform, most of its users hail from the USA. And that is a worrying fact. In fact, quite a few incidents related to the various TikTok challenges hail from this region. Back to the type of content that TikTok has on its platform. It's a short-form type of content. This means that this content lasts just a few seconds and doesn't cross a minute. This type of content has a negative effect on the attention span of its users, as it has proven to decrease it noticeably. The worst part is that the youth, who are the future of our world, are the ones who are being affected by this the most. It has affected both their mental and physical behavior quite tremendously. Speaking of the mental effects that TikTok has on the youth, children have been massively targeted by the platform. And due to this, quite a few issues have arisen, including them being sexually abused and bullied. This has led to many of the youth ending their lives in self-harming. Due to such instances, Europe has filed many lawsuits against the platform, so as to make it safer for children. Social media platforms like TikTok allow users to make whatever sort of content that they want, and this has caused many to make content that has even caused bomb threats and shooting propaganda to be spread online. In short, it's pretty evident that TikTok modifies its viewers' behavior and causes attention control issues. It's quite disheartening that 600 million children are on the platform and they have access to such content whose effects they have no idea about. On further looking at some more statistics, 63% of American teenagers aged between 12 and 17 are on the platform. And kids at that age are exposed to highly sexualized and violent content that no parent would want them around. This has affected their cognitive skills from a very young age and has also made them behave like adults and miss out on their childhood. Spending such long hours on a platform such as TikTok is not only harmful to these kids in the short term, but in the long term too. And we're not just talking mentally, but physically and emotionally too. The big question is, what are we as a society doing to save these kids from falling into the darkness of TikTok? That's all for today. See you soon with a new business case study.